There is one thing women crave more than anything, and almost no man ever notices. It's not money, it's not looks, and it's not even confidence, though that helps. It's subtle, invisible in most conversations. Yet the moment she senses it, her body responds before her mind even catches up. It tells her something about you she's been searching for her whole life, even if she'll never admit it. Most men miss it completely, and that's why connections fizzle before they even begin. I get it. You've been trying, you've followed the rules, you've read the articles, and nothing sticks. It's not your fault. Society gave you the wrong script. Nobody taught you how her mind actually works. And what she truly feels, well, most men never get to see it. And that's why this works. What I'm about to tell you isn't guesswork. This is what I've watched unfold again and again in my years studying female psychology and social dynamics. My name is Luna John, and female psychology has been my world for over a decade. I'm going to share with you the 3 hidden dynamics that women crave from a man, but never say out loud. The first 2 are powerful. Most men miss them entirely, but the last one, the final piece, is almost like forbidden knowledge. It's the trigger that makes her heart literally pause, that turns casual interest into something magnetic. Almost nobody uses it, but when you do, she can't unsee it. The first thing she craves, listen closely, is what I call emotional anchoring. Most men think attraction is about fun, excitement, or even chemistry. And sure, those things matter. But what women unconsciously seek first is stability. Not boring stability, but the kind that signals, I can handle you, your moods, your chaos, your world, and I still choose to be here. Here's why it works. Her brain is wired through the limbic system to scan for safety first. That's biology, evolutionary psychology in action. Women feel it as a deep, unspoken relief, a whisper of security she doesn't put into words. She notices it in small things, how you respond when she's upset, how you stay grounded when everything around her is spinning, how you don't panic when she tests your patience, because she always will. Imagine this, you're texting late at night. She's frustrated about work. Most men jump into solving mode or make it about themselves. Wrong. Emotional anchoring means you respond with calm, measured words. You validate her, you stabilize her emotions, not by fixing them, but by being the steady presence she can lean on. She feels it in her chest, and it triggers oxytocin, yes, the bonding hormone. That's right, she's biologically wired to notice this, even if she never says it. Here's the subtle part. She will watch this silently. She'll replay your words, your tone, your presence at 3 a.m. when she's alone. She won't tell you she's impressed. She won't say it outright, but inside, she's taking note. This is the foundation that most men never even think to build. But that's only the beginning. Because point number 2, that's where most men lose her completely, and they never even know why. And here's where it gets tricky. Emotional anchoring sets the stage, but it's not enough on its own. Most men think being stable equals being boring, and that's the trap. Point number 2, what I call magnetic contrast, is where you separate yourself from every other man she's ever met. Women unconsciously scan for contrast. It's hardwired. Her parasympathetic nervous system reacts when she senses someone who isn't predictable, someone who challenges her subtly but safely. Most men, they agree with everything, follow the script, make themselves small. You don't. You hold your ground. You have opinions, edges, a rhythm she hasn't seen before. And that tension, that contrast, it's irresistible. Imagine you're at a small gathering. She's laughing, talking about something trivial. Most men just mirror her energy, desperate to be liked. But you give her your own perspective, a calm confidence, a hint of mystery. She notices. Her dopamine spikes. That's her brain rewarding novelty, the subtle thrill of someone who isn't just another echo. She won't explain it and she won't say it out loud, but inside, she's hooked. Here's the real secret though. Magnetic contrast doesn't mean arrogance. It's not about dominating. It's about being fully present in yourself while letting her energy meet yours. She feels it in micro expressions, in the way her pupils dilate, in the way her lips part ever so slightly when she laughs. That's her subconscious screaming, "This man is different." Most men miss this entirely, but when you master it, She starts replaying moments in her mind, moments where you weren't like every other man, moments where you subtly challenged her and she loved it. She can't help herself. She's drawn to the tension. And if this is hitting different, tap the like button. It helps this reach men who genuinely need it, because almost nobody talks about these subtleties. They're invisible in day-to-day interactions, yet they're what separates a fleeting crush from lasting desire. Point number 3, emotional unpredictability, is where her body really starts paying attention. This isn't about playing games. It's about being alive, authentic, and occasionally unexpected in ways that trigger her subconscious reward system. Science shows that our brains crave patterns, but we're also wired to notice interruptions to those patterns. When you mix stability with subtle unpredictability, you create an emotional cocktail that women feel at a level they can't articulate. Picture this. You text her something witty at a time she doesn't expect, or you show up with a thoughtful surprise she never asked for. Her dopamine spikes, her attention locks in, and suddenly you're not just a guy she knows. You're the guy she thinks about when she's alone. But this is nothing, absolutely nothing, compared to what comes next. Because point number 4, that one, that's where men cross the line from intriguing to unforgettable, and almost nobody even sees it coming. Point number 4 is the one that changes everything. I call it the mirror of desire. This isn't a trick. It's not manipulation. It's something deeper, so instinctual that her body reacts before her mind even knows what's happening. Her breathing changes when you do it right. Her pupils dilate. She replays the moment at 3 a.m., and she doesn't even know why. Here's what it looks like. You're sitting across from her at a coffee shop. She's talking, laughing, animated. Most men nod, smile, maybe comment. But you match her energy in the tiniest ways. Not exactly, but just enough to resonate with her rhythm. A gesture, a tone, a pause. She feels it in her chest before she even hears it in her ears. That's the mirror of desire. It signals that you see her, not just her words, not just her body, but the essence of her energy. She can't stop thinking about it. And because it's subtle, she can't tell her friends why she's so drawn to you. Picture this. She leaves that coffee shop and every mundane detail of her day is filtered through that moment with you. She notices how calm you made her feel, how alive, how understood. Most men will never notice these signals their whole lives. But you're here, you're learning, you're already different. And this is exactly what I see in my work, in my years studying this. When a man understands this pattern, the shift is instantaneous. Her mind races, her heart responds, and she begins to unconsciously prioritize your presence. That's power. Not loud, not aggressive, but magnetic. It's the kind of connection almost every woman silently craves but rarely finds. Her feelings intensify, but you don't push. You remain grounded. You let the chemistry unfold naturally. She's aware, yet confused. She can't name it, but every moment with you becomes a memory she clings to. And because it's subtle, almost invisible, it feels impossible for her to resist. But there is one final piece. And this one, I almost didn't include it. Because once you know this, you cannot unknow it. It's the final trigger that separates men who are merely liked from men who are unforgettable. And it's something almost no man ever uses. Yet every woman responds to it unconsciously, immediately, and forever. The final piece, the one almost nobody talks about, I call it presence mastery. This is the element women feel deeply but can rarely explain. It's more than attention, more than listening. It's a magnetic energy that makes her world shrink to the space you occupy. Her limbic system registers it instantly. Her body responds before her mind even catches up. And men who do this, women remember them for years. Here's how it works. You arrive in a room. You're calm, grounded, aware, but not performing. You're not chasing attention. Instead, your energy subtly signals, I am fully here, fully myself, and fully aware of you. She senses it without words. Her dopamine spikes, oxytocin flows. Every small gesture you make, your posture, your tone, your eye contact, becomes a secret language she understands at a primal level. She may never say it, but she'll never forget it. Let's walk through all 4 points one more time, step by step. First, emotional anchoring. Be steady, reliable, and calm in her chaos. Second, magnetic contrast. Stand out with your opinions, your energy, your subtle edges. Third, emotional unpredictability. Keep her brain engaged with small, authentic surprises. And finally, presence mastery. Your energy alone communicates that you are fully here, fully alive, and fully him. Most men go their entire lives never understanding any of this. They wonder why nothing clicks, why she seems distant, why the moment never arrives. But you came here, you stayed, you learned. That alone makes you different. You're becoming the kind of man women can't ignore. If this opens something in you, subscribe and turn on notifications. Next week, I'm revealing something women feel in the first 30 seconds of meeting a man. You do not want to miss that. Comment presence below. I read every single one. Remember this, women crave what they cannot name. They seek it with their hearts before their minds. And when a man embodies it, the world shifts around them silently, irrevocably, forever.